Hi, this is Tatiana Moroz, and you're listening to Journalistic Revolution.
Hello, fellow lovers of freedom. I'm your ever-happy host, Robert Wasmund, and welcome back to another episode of the Journalistic Revolution. And joining me in studio is Trippum.
I'm not wearing a suit, dude. I don't care.
In this episode, we're going to be discussing the NSA, police that should have been jailed, the corporatocracy, crony capitalism, and a breakdown of the Trivium and where to research it.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you?
Why isn't this guy in jail?
An unnamed Michigan police officer who was filmed humiliating and dehumanizing a mentally challenged man was released from active duty and is expected to face charges later this week.
And get what if found guilty? Suspended with pay? It's still unclear whether the unnamed costume criminal is solely responsible for the video or if other agents of the state were involved. The Grassy Point Park Police Department did inform its officers that they are prohibited from posting videos from personal cell phones on social media while on duty.
They did not, however, explain how it is immoral to initiate violence against an innocent man. If you're going to film it, don't post it online. And if you post it online, don't do it while you're on duty.
Cops are better at beating up peaceful protesters than they are at public relations. City officials declined to comment on the investigation until it concluded, but a public relations expert hired by the police department apologized on its behalf late last week.
Oh, thank God they hired a public relations expert with our stolen tax dollars to help the image of the fact that they're humiliating people with our stolen money. And now on to... 10 companies that control the free market.
And when I say free market, I mean the current system of oligarchical, crony capitalistic corporatocracy, the free to do as we tell you to market.
And the illusion of choice that these corporations and their nepotistic interrelationships create is remarkable. Via Policy Mike, here are just a few examples. Yum Brand owns KFC and Taco Bell. The company was a spin-off from Pepsi. All Yum Brand restaurants sell only Pepsi products because of a special partnership with the soda maker. $84 billion company Procter & Gamble, the largest advertiser in the U.S., is paired with a number of diverse brands that produce everything from medicine to toothpaste to high-end fashion. All tallied, P&G reportedly serves a whopping 4.8 billion people around the world through this network. $200 billion corporation Nestle, famous for chocolate, but which is the biggest food company in the world, owns nearly 8,000 different brands worldwide and takes stake in or is partnered with a swath of others. Included in this network is shampoo company L'Oreal, baby food giant Gerber, and clothing brand Diesel, and pet food makers Purina and Friskies. Unilever, of the soap fame, reportedly serves 2 billion people around the world and controlling a network that produces everything from Q-tips to Skippy peanut butter. What's that? We don't have a crony capitalistic system? If it would please the court, I would like to present Exhibit A.
I object! That destroys my argument for socialism.
Overruled. I'll allow it.
And Exhibit B. Both sides are bought and paid for, and this isn't even counting the lobbyists and the behind closed door deals. But don't worry, we'll vote them out next time. Oh.
Just move on.
Really? Another NSA story? Man, you know what? Fuck this. I quit. The NSA wants to revolutionize its analysis of the vast collections of data to radically increase its operational impact.
In a February 2012 paper laying out the 4-year strategy for the NSA's signals intelligence operations, which include the agency's eavesdropping and communications data collection around the world, written as an agency mission statement with broad goals, the 5-page document said that existing American laws were not adequate to meet the needs of the NSA to conduct a broad surveillance in what is cited as the golden age of SIGINT, or signal intelligence for those of you that don't understand newspeak. The interpretation and guidelines for applying our authorities, and in some cases the authorities themselves, have not kept pace with the complexity of the technology and target environments, or the operational expectations levied on NSA's mission. The document concluded, Critics, including some congressional leaders, say that the role of the NSA surveillance is thwarting terrorist attacks, often cited by the agency to justify expanded powers, has been exaggerated. In response to the controversy about its activities after Mr. Snowden's disclosures, agency officials claimed that the NSA's sweeping domestic surveillance programs had helped in 54 terrorist-related activities. But under growing scrutiny, congressional staff members and other critics say that the use of such figures by defenders of the agency has drastically overstated the value of the domestic surveillance programs in counterterrorism.
So what does it all mean? The police are criminals, the corporations and their political counterparts are working together, and the NSA and others are spying on you. It's not my job to tell you what to think, or even journalism's job to tell you what to think. And that's why I suggest you learn about the Trivium. What is the Trivium? The Trivium is a methodical system to gather raw, factual data into a coherent body of knowledge. It's grammar. Then to gain understanding of that body by systematically eliminating all stated contradictions within it, dialect or logic. And finally, to wisely express and utilize that valid knowledge and understanding in the objective real world, or rhetoric. It is stressed the Trivium forms a habitual and methodical pattern of mind of how to think effectively, not what to think. It gives one's mind an ever-improving map which corresponds to the terrain and is always improving itself, for the purposes of your survival and satisfaction in life. You can learn more about the Trivium at tragedyandhope.com and peacerevolution.org. I highly recommend that you look into the Trivium, because we're not here to tell you what to think. We're here to present you with the information in a hopefully funny and interesting manner, and then you'll just think on your own. This is the journalistic revolution saying, don't look to be free sometime in the future. Live free now.
Mommy!